Hi guys, welcome back to my powder room. I did post a video asking you guys to ask me questions for a Q&A, and I also posted that on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I wanted to go ahead and answer these questions, but there are 17 questions. There are actually more than that because some of you asked multiple questions per post, but I am going to get through all of them, so stay tuned. Okay, first of all, my eyes are gushing water. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I just turned these lights on and I'm not used to them yet or what, but just excuse like the water pouring down my face. Alright, I have a list of questions from you guys, and let's just start with number 1, and it's from Sandra, and it says, what is your favorite weather? Oh, first of all, I would like to say that I did paraphrase some of these just to keep because since I was handwriting all of them, I wanted to be really organized and have them all prepared for you guys. Okay, so number 1, what is your favorite weather and what is the last thing you bought? The last thing I bought was gas for my car. And then my favorite weather, funny enough, is actually like dreary, gray, like I like it whenever there's storm clouds, but then it's just like light drizzly rain. Like that is my absolute favorite. It's so relaxing to me, and then it gives me an excuse to like use my big awesome umbrella that I love so much. But yeah, and then and thunder. Like thunder and lightning I'm obsessed with. I always have to crack my windows so that I can hear it. Number 2 is from Angela. She was asking me about my tattoos. She wanted to know like when I got them and what do they mean. And I really had to think about, sorry, I'm going to be rubbing my eyes like through the whole video, guys. I really had to think about like which tattoos I would talk about. And I just decided to just kind of, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind as I go. But let's just start out with this one. Let me make sure that you can see that. Yeah. This is Hebrew and it says dream. I got this 9 years ago after I actually got deported from London. I flew into Heathrow Airport and I was actually denied entry into the country. And I'm a huge Beatles fanatic. Funny enough, like look what's hanging right by me. And this was not planned or staged or anything, but like a little Beatles tote. I have more Beatles stuff than I do makeup. Like I'm obsessed with them. So I really wanted to go to England and go to London and take a train over to Liverpool and just see, you know, like all the places that the Beatles had been and like where they grew up and everything. And I was denied entry into the country. So as soon as I got back, which is such a long story, as soon as I got back to my hometown, I decided that I was going to get this tattoo, and I wanted it to say dream, just to really remind me that I have dreams and I can't let setbacks like that stop me. So if that means I have to get a visa and clearance of entry, like I'm going back. Like one day I will go back. So it's not just about, oh, I'm going to get back to London. It's really about just remembering that to not let setbacks stop me from acquiring my dreams, because I'm the only person who gets to decide whether or not I reach my dreams. So it's just kind of like a little reminder for that. And then so the next one would be this one, which is like a copyright 1985. And the reason, and you can see it's like kind of like in funky font. I don't know how well that shows up. But I was born in 1985, so I just kind of felt like by doing copyright 1985, oh, and I just got this like a year ago, I felt like I wanted it to be a reminder to me, like that on that day that I was born, like the universe copyrighted me. Like I'm an original, and it's really just a reminder for me to always just be myself, because I'm the only person who gets to be me. And so it's kind of like a waste of a person if I spend life trying to be somebody else. So it's just, you know, I like little reminders. Those are the tattoos that I will talk about. I do have John Lennon's face on my back. I've got all 3 of my kids' names. I have like an owl tattoo. I have Imagine with a peace sign from John Lennon's song Imagine. I have like lyrics going down my spine in kanji symbols, and they're like the lyrics from a Beatles song called I Will. So yeah, like I know I'm forgetting things. I have like a star tattoo. What else? Oh, I have an oak tree, like a barren oak tree. That's a siblings tattoo. My brother, my sister, and I all got the oak tree tattoos just to symbolize that we are rooted we're strong, we're weathering, you know, and that we can just kind of make it through anything sort of thing. All weather, seasons, whatever life wants to throw at us. So yeah, we got those together. Okay, I probably just spent way too much time talking about tattoos. But I really wanted you guys, like, if you ask the question, I really want you to know what my answer is. So I don't know, some of these I'll be a little bit more thorough than others. Sorry guys. Okay, the next question, number 3, is also from Sandra, and it says, what is your most challenging goal now? I really had to think about that one. My most challenging goal now would be, you know, I'm really busy in my life and I have so much going on, but I am the mother of 3 children. So my biggest challenge, my most challenging goal now is I strive every single day to make sure that my kids get like adequate quality time with me. And that's something that sometimes, I mean, I have to remind myself, like, okay, you know, you haven't really talked to Blake since he's been home from school. Like, I ask him how his day was and this and that, and then he kind of goes to his room, and then I kind of do my thing, cook supper, clean, or whatever, and I just think, like, okay, we need to do something else. So I'm like, hey, Blake, come on, let's play a game of air hockey. You know, something like that. But I have to constantly make sure that they're getting enough of my time. And that's like my most challenging goal, because it is a goal. It's a daily goal that I set for myself, and sometimes it just seems like there's not enough hours in the day, and I've just decided that when there aren't enough hours in the day, like, my kids' time cannot be sacrificed. So that's like a really important one to me. Okay, number 4 is from N, aka Hella Frenzy, and she asked, how do you manage to upload videos as often as you do? When do you normally record and edit them? Okay, and then she also told me that she has 2 kids, a full-time job. She's working on her master's degree. You go, girl. So proud of you. I am currently working on my bachelor's degree. I probably spend about 40 hours a week on YouTube with the editing and the filming and the replying to all of the comments and keeping up with the social media, you know, just all those kinds of things. And then I do have 3 kids. I have a pretty big house that I have to maintain and keep clean, which is usually, you know, like kind of a disaster area. But I maintain the level of mess, shall I say. You know, and I just have a big family outside of my own home and friends and stuff that I have to share, you know, my time with, and which I love. So that is very tricky, and the way that I do it is like what I'm doing right now. And what time is it? It's like 4 something in the morning, and so like I literally have to look at this, like, sometimes I don't feel like filming. I mean, I already took a shower and everything, was ready for bed, and I was like, I need to do this answers video. So, like, I had wet hair and no makeup or anything, and, like, I put all my makeup on and blow-dried, straightened my hair, like, just to do this video for you guys. So that's how I keep them uploaded so often. I really just make it happen. Whenever, during the day, my older 2 boys are at school, and then I'm home with the youngest, and when he takes his nap, I'm, like, planning for his nap throughout the morning, and then once he takes his nap, like, I'll come up here and film. Today was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you beautiful mothers. You guys are fantastic, like super awesome women. So happy Mother's Day. I actually had a really great day. I had a barbecue at a family's house, and I stayed there pretty late. So while I was there, at one point, I like went through all my social media and my YouTube and like wrote down all these questions. So that's another example. I just try to tie it in throughout the day as much as I possibly can. Or like whenever I shot my get ready with me video, I was literally going to get ready because I had somewhere to be. And so I was like, well, you know, why don't I just film myself getting ready, and I'll do a chit chat, and like that'll be the video. So, I mean, that's really how. I just try to think, how can I incorporate this into my everyday life? I'm constantly thinking about it because I really am trying to have a good channel and give you guys what you want. So that's how I do it. I just sacrifice sleep. There's the short answer. I sacrifice sleep. Okay, next is from Debbie. And it says, what is your natural hair color? What camera do you use? And was there any cyberbullying when you started YouTube? Okay, my natural hair color is a really soft black. Whenever I was younger, it was like the darkest brown you could possibly be without being black. And then as I got older, it turned into like a really soft black. And then I actually have a lot of gray hair, so I dye my hair every month, like my roots, to get them, you know, to get the gray gone. And so I actually use a jet black. So my hair is not this black. I just think it's easier to like try to not match colors or anything like that. It's easier just to go jet black. So there's that. And then what camera do I use? It is a Nikon D3200. So it's a DSLR camera. I really like it, actually. I think we like any camera that we get used to. Like once we really get used to it, we like it. So I mean, there are definitely way better cameras out there than the one that I have, but I'm comfortable with this, so it's good. And then, was there any cyberbullying whenever I started YouTube? I only started YouTube in March. So I've been at it for like 2 months max, and I really haven't had time, I don't guess, for cyberbullying. I have not experienced it. I know that it'll come, like as far as mean comments and things like that go. Like as I continue to gain subscribers, I know that those will happen. And you know, but here's my philosophy on it. Bullying can only exist when two things happen. Somebody has to be mean or ugly or negative, and then somebody else has to like be offended or hurt or affected by that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't say somebody's bullying if what they're doing isn't affecting anybody. But it's when they start affecting people and like breaking people down like emotionally or hurting people's feelings, that's when the negativity becomes bullying. But for me, I'm not going to let those kinds of things get to me and get me down. I had the most amazing subscribers. You guys are so awesome, and you lift me up and make me feel so great every single day. And there's no way that a few mean comments here or there could like overshadow all of the amazing awesomeness that you guys give me. So I think bullying can only really happen if you allow it to happen. And by that, I mean you allow yourself to be affected by it. Like when you're smaller, when you're a child or a teen, it's a lot harder to control what you're affected by, because you know those are very hard years emotionally. But I think as you get older, and any of you guys that are like, you know, mid-20s, 30s or whatever and older would probably agree with me that it definitely gets easier and easier to not let things like that bother you. Good question. The next is from Judy, aka Juju, and she was saying like that she hopes that I don't mind her asking these questions. No, no, no. You guys, I didn't mind any of these questions, and I'm answering all of them that were posted. Some of you asked the same questions, so I'm just answering them once. But no, I don't mind at all. She asks how old I am. I'm 30 years old. I turned 30 2 months ago in March 19th. And then she says, what is my cultural background? And I'm really not sure, Judy, what you meant by that. I mean, I live in America. My culture would be, I mean, I'm just like good old middle class America. My kids play, you know, I have a kid in Boy Scouts and one plays baseball. And holidays, my whole extended family, like we all get together. Some of us are like religious and some of us aren't religious. You know, my kids go to school and I just kind of do my thing. We have pretty much freedom here to do whatever we want, and like, you know, we go on summer vacations, family-wise. Eric and I, my boyfriend, we usually take a vacation, like a weekend getaway once a year where it's just the two of us. I hope that kind of answers your question. I really didn't know like what you meant by that. We eat a lot of pizza and a lot of Mexican food. Yes, yes. Okay, and then what state do I live in? I live in Missouri, and I live in southeast Missouri, so it's a lot different than like the northern part of Missouri. And then, is my YouTube a full-time job? I do spend, okay, so another part of my culture would be like here, if you work 40 hours a week, that's considered full-time, 40 and over, and then under 40, it would be part-time. I actually technically do this full-time because, I mean, maybe I'll get faster as I learn more, but like as for now, I mean, it takes me a really long time to edit these videos and to get them uploaded and everything. I mean, I spend several hours on each one, even ones that are like 6 minutes long. And so And then like I always try to make sure to answer everybody's questions on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, and all of the comments on YouTube. I try to reply to all of those because I want to. That's the whole point of this for me. So I mean, I definitely do spend full-time hours on it, but I wouldn't call it a job. I mean, I don't really make any money. I mean, I get like a few cents for advertisements and stuff like that, but I mean, it's definitely not anything that pays the bills or anything like that at all. And then you asked, would I want it to be a full-time job? Yeah. Like when I first started this, it started out as just me wanting to connect with people, and I was fine like if I had 20 subscribers, and I still would be fine with that. But now it's like I'm starting to get more and more and more pumped up about it, and I'm like, wow, what if I really could do this like every single day and make a living off of it? Like, how awesome would that be? So I'm kind of starting to kind of lean that way, but I don't know. It just depends on if you guys stick around with me or whatnot, you know? Like, I just have to keep delivering videos that you guys want to see, and I need your help to let me know what those videos are. So hopefully, yeah, I mean, that would be so awesome because I'm having way more fun with this than I ever could have imagined. And you asked what my current profession was. I'm a college student. I've gone for 2 years and I have 2 years left, and I'll be a journalist actually. I love to write. It's like one of my biggest passions. But I do photography on the side. I do hair and makeup on the side. I am not licensed, but like on the weekends, like I'll do, you know, a senior photo shoot for somebody or whatnot. So it's just like a little bit of cash coming in here and there, but I really wouldn't call it anything that I do a profession. I'm just still a student. So, and then we have, I'm going to mispronounce your name, I'm sure of it, but it's Liat. I'm sorry. But thank you so much for your question. You said, did I have plastic surgery? Absolutely not. I think I could probably prove that I have not had plastic surgery. My lips, that's pretty obvious. My nose, if I would have had plastic surgery on my nose, like this hump would not be here, and this, whatever this is, wouldn't be there. And then if I would have had plastic surgery on my eyes, like I wouldn't have hooded eyes. They would be lifted up like that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely look in the mirror sometimes and go, oh, that would look so much better. Or, you know, I used to think, oh, I hate my nose, I'm going to change my nose. But as I've gotten older, like that stuff really, truly does not even bother me anymore. I'm just like, you know, it's my face. It's a canvas. Now, like that I'm getting into makeup, I just, instead of looking at all my imperfections, I really just look at my face as a canvas to play on with makeup. So, like, that's what it's become to me. So, I'm cool, like, whatever. I don't even fret over anything like that. But no, I have not had plastic surgery. And nor do I judge anybody that does. Man, just feel good about yourself. That's what matters to me, in my opinion. And then Judy asks, she added the questions. Okay, she says, 2 brands have been all the rage on YouTube recently. And I haven't seen you, me, mention them. They are Makeup Geek and ColourPop Goodies. I'm obsessed with them, especially the ColourPop Goodies, and I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Okay, I've never tried them. You guys, I have so recently started my makeup collection, and I'm just obsessed with Sephora, and that really is like the only place that I shop. And it's mainly because like people have said, oh, have you tried this by MAC or whatever. If I tried something by MAC and I didn't like it, I would have to drive 3 hours to take it back. That's how far away like the closest MAC retailer is. Just making sure that it's still recording. And then there's just like, to me, it's like all of these other brands, I just order stuff, and then if I have a problem with it, I have to return through the mail, and it just seems like a hassle. But with Sephora, I have a Sephora like 25 minutes away-ish, and so if I need to exchange something, like boom, it's right there, it's easy to do, and I love the reward system with Sephora. I love the VIB Rouge perks, so I just really like, I haven't had like a desire personally to shop outside of Sephora, but I did have somebody ask me to do a drugstore haul, so I did. I went to Walmart and got some things, tried them out for you guys, and then I had somebody ask me to do a Miss A haul, and I haven't done that yet, but I did order 61 products from Miss A, so we're probably going to have like a 2 or 3 part haul for that. So these 2 brands, Makeup Geek and ColourPop Goodies, I never have heard of them. I've never tried them, but now I will order some things from them just so I can try them for you and give you my thoughts on them. That is what I'm here for, guys. Like, a lot of stuff that I order for myself, and then a lot of stuff, like, I order so that I can, because I see, like, on YouTube that there's a lot of hype about it, or that it's, like, all the talk. So I want to try it out for you guys too. Like, I want my channel to be a place where you can come and see new things and see, like, a big variety of products. So a lot of, like, what I buy is for this channel, honestly. And it's all very recent. I have never bought makeup as crazy. Like, did you see my last Sephora haul? That's crazy. I never have done that before I started YouTube. Honestly. Okay, and then next we have Angela Blackheart, and she says, I'd like to know more about your family and your upbringing. My upbringing, I was brought up in very, very lower class. I went to 13 different schools. My upbringing is something that would be like 5 whole videos in itself. Pretty crazy. Let's just put it this way. I am confident that I can make it through anything. And we will just leave it at that for the sake of time. But about my family, I have an awesome mom, an awesome dad, grandparents, aunts, uncles, everything. I have 3 children. They're all boys, ages 11, 6, and 2. And then I have, which my 2-year-old will be 3 next month, and my 6-year-old will be 7 next month. And their names are Blake, Gavin, and Alex. And then I have a boyfriend. We're not married, but we kind of like live the married life here together. My sister, I'm super close to her. Brandy is my absolute best friend, and so she like is my sister, and her son is like my nephew, and like her husband is like my other BFF. And so, I mean, definitely consider them family. But we're really, really close. Like, they know everything about me, and I know everything about them. Like, it's really hard to explain. I could not imagine a stronger bond with family than like what I have with my family. And I do have a brother and a sister that I don't really know, and I haven't seen in like, oh, way over a decade. They like live in Alabama, but and then like my brother is like the coolest guy in the entire world. He lives in Wyoming. So I don't really get to see him as much as I would like to. And I have a brand new baby niece that I haven't got to see yet. She was born on the 22nd of April on Earth Day. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much like my family. My oldest son is in Boy Scouts. My 6-year-old does baseball. He's really awesome at art. My 11-year-old is like super ridiculously smart. My 2-year-old is like a music genius. He sings Shot Through the Heart by Bon Jovi like every single day. And he sings We Will Rock You, and another one, Bites the Dust by Queen. Like, he's so into like old school rock and roll. It's adorable. So yeah, that would be like what I would know to say about my family. Oh, and then I have like Lindsay and Kaylin, and I love them so much, so I want to say hi to them. And then, okay, Hannah asks that she's always been so curious, what do I do for a living? I currently am like going to school, so for a living I'm like working toward having a career for my living. But currently I don't have like a job that brings in income that is significant in any way. Now, my boyfriend, he is the lead manufacturer at, or I'm sorry, not the lead manufacturer. He is the manufacturing lead at a Unilever plant nearby, and he's been there for like 10 years. So that's the source of our income, like in our household, is his job, which he's very supportive, and that's just awesome. Like, he's so supportive of everything I do. My photography, this YouTube, school, like, he's so great with the kids. I mean, he's awesome. He has made like everything happen for me, so he's so great. I love him to death. And then we have, my lips are getting dry. Let's see. Katie says, I've been hearing a lot about women shaving their faces. It's like the new thing. It helps scrape off dead skin, and it rejuvenates the face. And then she added that she couldn't imagine doing that, and she just wanted to know if I did it. Nope, I've never done that. I've never heard of that. I really honestly couldn't imagine like shaving your face just to scrape off dead skin cells. I mean, like, I guess that would be the most effective way to do it. But I think if you just kind of like stick to exfoliating, you're probably going to be just fine. Okay, my camera shut off, so I had to turn it back on. I will try to pick up where I left off. And why did you guys not tell me that I had mascara smeared like all down my face? No, I'm just kidding. I told you my eyes are watering like crazy, and they still are. But, so yeah, if you wanted to try the shaving thing, like, go for it. I said exfoliating works well enough for me, and, but that's just my opinion. Okay, and then Angela Blackheart asks, what got you into makeup and starting a collection? Honestly, my very first Sephora order that I ever placed was February of this year. And I placed that order because I decided that I was going to start a YouTube channel. And you asked, like, what got me into makeup? I've always done makeup, and, like, I've always had my makeup, and, like, I've done it for other people. But I really mainly just had, like, bare minerals is what I would wear. Just things like that I would order off of TV. Or we have like a little shop nearby that sells bare minerals. So like that's what I always used. And I actually ordered a Coach purse from Macy's. And I got a sample from Tarte of their Maracuja oil. And then I got like a 50% off coupon for their mascara. And I had never heard of Tarte. I didn't know what they were. And I'm talking, this is February of this year, you guys. Okay? So that's probably going to surprise some of you. But I didn't know what it was. So I thought, like, I would kind of like to hear a review on this. I don't know. So I get onto YouTube and I just put, like, I typed in blah, 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 mascara review. And I was like, oh, I don't hope there's a video for this. Who knows? And there was like 1,000 videos for it. I did not know that the beauty world on YouTube was this huge. I had no idea. And so I just got obsessed with watching beauty videos. And I thought, you know, that is something I would love to do. And I would comment on other people's videos and nobody would comment back to me. I felt like I really wanted to connect to this huge beauty world that I had just discovered, and I was having a lot of trouble doing that because I wasn't getting replied to by anybody. And so I thought, you know, that's it. I'm going to make my own channel, and I'm going to be like very involved with all of my subscribers and just really have fun with this. So because I did that, I had to take it very seriously, like what I'm doing, and I felt like if somebody had a question for me, I needed to know the answer, and the way I would know the answer would be by having a makeup collection, like really playing around with a lot of products. And so that's kind of what got me started with my collection, and that's why I have such huge hauls, because I really am just trying to get all of like the big hype products out there and like really test them out for you guys and test them out for myself, and I have had a blast. This has like changed my life. I'm so obsessed with makeup. I feel like it's been a part of my life my entire adult life. I really do feel that way. Like, and I learn new things every single day, and my opinions change every single day. I just did a favorites video, and the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara was my April favorites. Well, guess what? Today I use Marc Jacobs Omega Lash Mascara. Obsessed with it. Like, so tomorrow I'll use the Marc Jacobs. So it's constantly changing, and that is so much fun for me. I was going to go to art school out of high school. That didn't end up happening, but I was accepted to Memphis College of Art. And being a mom, I just find like it's really hard to find the time to break out canvas and paints and create things, which I did do, like the paintings that you see behind me to like match my powder room. But other than just doing things for decoration, I don't really feel like I have an outlet to be creative, well, other than writing. But so for me, like, makeup has just given me that back. I feel like I now have that outlet to be creative. And while I'm doing that, I get to connect with other people who are just as passionate as I am. Never could have dreamed it would have been this fulfilling, but it's been amazing. So yeah, like, I'm super new at this, you guys. I'm not a pro in any way, shape, or form. I'm just somebody who has a love and passion for this awesome stuff that we call makeup. And you ask if I'm going to have any more kids. I really doubt it. I feel like I was a stay-at-home mom with all 3 of my kids, and I feel like now it's time to really focus on a career, and I don't feel like I could give another kid the proper amount of attention, because I feel like my kids are almost all in school, and like once they're all in school, I will have a degree. And I just don't feel like it would be fair to a child to like kind of start all over with that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of like a deep subject, but never say never. I mean, who knows? I could change my mind tomorrow. And that's the awesome thing about being individuals, as we're entitled to change our minds as much as we want. But as of today, I don't see myself having any more children. And then who's my favorite YouTuber? You guys. No, seriously, like I love my subscribers so much. But the person that I actually watch the most, that I'm never disappointed. I mean, I always love her videos so much, is Shannon. And she is from New Zealand. And her YouTube name is SHAAANXO. So it's like Shan XO. And I don't know, I just love her, and I love the way she talks, and I love her accent and like her tone of voice, and she's so beautiful. I just love everything about her. So she'd probably be the one like that I'm most obsessed with currently. Okay, and then we have from Judy, what's your favorite makeup brand? I would have to pick two, because for my face and like, for bettering the things I kind of want to correct on my face, I would say Tarte. Tarte is like a go-to for me. But then as far as like my favorite brand to be really creative, it would be Urban Decay. Because they're just so bold and just electrifying. And I just find like I love playing around with Urban Decay. And then I feel like Tarte makes me look my best with, you know, the Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I just, like, all my little imperfections, I feel like Tarte fixes those the best for me. And then you also asked, what is my favorite type of makeup? A week ago, I would have said eyeshadows, because I've been going kind of crazy getting palettes and really having fun with different looks for eyeshadows. But now that I'm building up my lipstick collection, I find I'm getting obsessed with lipstick. Like, I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to order next week? I want this lipstick and this lipstick and this lipstick. And I'm like, whoa, Jennifer, like, don't get so much lipstick at once, you know, balance it out. But yeah, so right now it would be lipstick. I hope I'm in focus. Okay, and then we have... and then Judy also asked, what's my favorite place to shop besides Sephora? Like, I'm so content shopping at Sephora, and I already kind of explained why. But then, so if I had to pick another place, it would have to be from, like, subscription sites. Like, I really like ordering from BoxyCharm and Birchbox, and I'm not talking about the subscription boxes themselves. Like, they sell the full-size products, and they sell a lot of products that have never even been in a subscription box. And so, like, when I get my subscription boxes and it makes me want to go purchase a full size of something, then I'll see other products that I've never heard of, and kind of I've been purchasing those. So I would have to say, like, subscription box websites, like all of their products that they have, that they offer. I really like shopping from those. And then we have Lindsay, and whenever I said hi to Lindsay and Kaylin that I love so much, this is that Lindsay. So she asked, and I asked her, I was like, come up with questions that you really don't know about me. And this is what she said: what's the hardest decision I've ever had to make? The hardest decision I ever had to make was getting a divorce in 2007. I had been married for 4 years to my oldest son's father. And when I took my vows with him and said, for better or for worse, like, I meant those vows. I meant them with my whole heart. I could not have loved this guy, this man, any more than I possibly did. But sometimes in life, for better or for worse, I just feel like sometimes that just can't apply. When who you are is really being compromised and jeopardized, and when you're put in harm's way on a regular basis, I feel like you have to give yourself enough credit and enough self-worth to realize that, you know, some situations are not healthy for you, and, you know, you just get this one life here on earth. Like, this is all we got here. And so, I mean, there's just certain ways you can't spend that life. And I just we needed to get a divorce. I never stopped. Like, I didn't love him any less when we got a divorce. It broke my heart. It crushed me. It killed me for the longest time. It took a really long time to get over. But that was the hardest decision I had to make, was, you know, is enough enough? And I had to decide yes. And it was the best decision. And I regret nothing. I regret nothing of that time period of my life. I learned so much. I had great times, great memories. So, yeah, that's the answer. And then she also asks, what's my favorite junk food? And I would have to say pizza. So cliche, but it's the truth. And I like, on my pizza, I like extra sauce. And then, of course, cheese. And then grilled chicken. And green peppers. Red onions. And then I like sriracha sauce, like that's super, super hot. And I like it to, like, Pizza Hut's my favorite pizza. And I like pan crust, like super thick. So that's my favorite junk food. What's my idea of the perfect day? My idea of the perfect day would be, it's raining outside and it's thundering. And I've got all 3 of my boys home with me. And Eric's home with me. And we're just like all just chilling in our pajamas all day. And like watching movies. Like all the boys are taking turns picking out a movie. And then Eric and I get to pick out a movie. And we just like rotate throughout the day. And we cook a big lunch together. And we cook a big supper together. And just like lots of laughter. And everybody's like really getting along. I'm talking about my boys. Because they sometimes, very often, don't get along very well. But yeah, that would be like the perfect day for me. Like all just sitting at home in our comfy living room. And yeah. Okay, and then she asked, if I could have anything right now, what would it be? Honestly, a nap. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to crash out after this video. And then what's my favorite NARS product? That's easy. They're Audacious lipstick. Love them so much. I mean, I don't know if it's so much the product or the packaging. Probably both. But I'm in love with that lipstick. And then she asks, what's my all-time favorite song? Okay, my favorite band in the entire world is the Beatles. And if you ask me my top 20 favorite songs, the 19 of them would be Beatles songs. But my #1 song actually is not a Beatles song. And it is by Government Mule, and it's called Soul Shine. And I am going to link down below you guys to that video so that you can listen to it. It is so empowering. When I'm having a bad day or when I'm feeling down on my luck or down on myself or anything like that, I listen to that song and it's just like the biggest pick-me-up. I love it so much. So I'm definitely going to share that with you guys. And then she says, what's my holy grail product? And she said I could only pick one. And I would just have to say that that is my Tarte brow mousse. Because I feel like if I could only have one product and only wear like one makeup product for the rest of my life, it would probably be do my brows. So it'd be the brow mousse, and because that's my favorite brow product. So I'd have to say that's probably my #1 holy grail. And then Nimrata. That's a beautiful name. I hope I said it right. She asks, and this is the last question, guys, what made me think of becoming a YouTuber? And I kind of already explained this. I really just wanted to connect to the beauty world, you guys. And I want you guys to always just give me like really honest but constructive feedback on things, because I want to have a channel that you guys enjoy and that you guys want to come see like what's the latest thing on the channel. Like that is my goal. That's what I want to create. And I can't do that without you guys. And I want to say thank you, because if you're watching this, then, I know this video is going to be really long. So if you're hearing this right here, right now, you are amazing, and you like make my world a very happy place. And so like, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And that wraps it up, guys. That is my very first question and answer. I know it's long, but I think like it's really important that we like all kind of get to know each other, because that was my point of, you know, starting the YouTube channel. And I think it would be really cool if you guys would take some of the questions, like 1 or 5 or all, however many or few that you want, that I was asked, and give me your answers as they apply to you down in the comments below, because that'll help me get more acquainted with you guys. And I just think that it would be fun. But yeah, until my next video, you know what I'm going to say. Bye, guys.